Imagine being 20 years old, the prime of your life, and then suddenly your whole world turns upside down. This happened to Randy when he lost his eye and part of his leg during a tour of duty in Iraq. Take a look at his story.
Randy was severely injured during an ambush attack while serving in Iraq. His mother, Tammy, says that once Randy got home, he was lost in the system.
We were driving down a main road in Iraq when our truck got hit by a IED. And they sent shrapnel to the face and severed my leg. Every day I wake up, thinking I'm waking up from a nightmare. I look down and my leg's still gone and I still can't see out of my right eye.
We spoke to them, Walter Reed, about fixing his eye, and he was very rudely told, well, what do you mean, fix your eye? It's damaged. It's always going to look like that.
I want to welcome Maggie Lockridge from the Iraq Star Foundation and Dr. Michael Groth. Tell me what y'all do.
Randy, Iraq Star's mission is not to let the Iraq or Afghanistan wars permanently disfigure young lives. And the reason we're here is because we're going to very proudly provide you with the reconstructive surgery on your eye
So Randy lost both his leg and his eye during that tragic injury. Dr. Michael Groth performed the first of several corrective procedures on Randy's eye. And Dr. Orden felt so passionate about this story, he scrubbed in. He was there for the surgery. Take a look.
Hi there, Randy. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Good day's here, huh?
It is.
You're a true American hero, and we are all behind you 100%.
Today's surgery, the plan is to replace the volume in Randy's orbit to restore the volume lost when he lost his eye, and then hopefully be able to place an implant.
Here we go for stage number 1. I'm excited. Let's get it done.
You can see how poor his volume is. It's just atrocious.
That whole socket is constricted, isn't it?
We're going to place a lid speculum in to separate his eyelids so that we can work on it.
So he's making his opening incision.
Good. There's a lot of scar tissue here from the loss of his eye. The key here is to get the implant as far posteriorly or back in the orbit so it does not work its way out over time.
Dr. Groth's about 45 minutes into the operation. He's been working meticulously on forming that pocket to accommodate this implant to add volume back to this orbit where he's lost all this bone.
I don't believe that we have a big enough opening just yet, so we need to work on that.
Not normal anatomy, is it?
It's hardly normal anatomy. A lot of scar tissue, missing tissue.
That popped in.
I never said it was going to be easy.
You like?
Yeah, I think it looks good. Feels good.
Looks good to me. This looks so good. I can see immediately the volume that he added to the back of this orbit that was missing. Dr. Groth just built that up with that implant that he put in. This will now give him shape and volume back to that eye.
Welcome back. Today we've been talking about total body repair, and before the break we met Randy, a young man seriously injured while serving our country in Iraq. He lost part of his leg and his eye. After Dr. Phil and Iraq Star stepped in to help, Randy had a custom artificial eye created by Strauss Eye Prosthetics. We followed that visit.
Oh, I'm extremely excited for Randy to get this new prosthetic.
The new prosthetic eye, just by sitting down and talking with Dr. Strauss and having him explain to me exactly what he was doing and what it's supposed to look like. It's been an awesome journey so far.
I saw Randy in my Albany office, and we took a full globe impression. From that point, I'll make a plaster mold. Now I go to a wax material so that I can actually carve, shape, and mold the prosthesis to fit the eye socket better.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I paint prosthetic eyes. The eye painting process is pretty cool, and I paint to match the patient's real eye, and we put the eye in and out a couple of times to see, how it's matching and if it's the right size. Right now I'm adding veins using a French silk embroidery floss. Everyone is different. Every part of every eye of every person is different. I know it's cosmetic to a certain extent, but it's so much more than that, psychologically, and the difference in someone's life, feeling like they're back to their old self.
When you look into someone's eyes, you can see what they feel. And now I see more of what can be instead of what was. And with any luck at all, by the time this is done, so will he.
Hopefully now with Maggie's help with Iraq Star, Dr. Phil, and the doctors, and, you know, they've given me so much hope towards the future that it's an unbelievable feeling. It really is to know that there's people out there that are willing to help me discover myself all over again.
I want everyone to welcome Randy to the show. Come on out, Randy.
Yeah.
Come up here, sir. Welcome. You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I feel great. Like, words can't even really explain of like how good I feel now. Like my comfort zone of going out in front of people. Like before, like Dr. Groth and the surgeries, there was no way that I would come up here in front of people, let alone strangers even. But it's given me strength and courage to finally come out again, and it's just amazing.
Well, you showed strength and courage serving your country, and this is the least that we could all offer you. I want you to look right at that camera, and I want everyone to see the dramatic transformation from before to after. You can't tell that before this surgery, you lost that eye. So, Dr. Groth, what did we create here, really?
There were several stages in the reconstruction of his eye. We replaced the volume initially. Then he had a custom-made ocular implant or prosthesis. You can actually take this out. It's a very thin, almost looks like an oversized contact lens with an eye painted on it, and that's placed in between the eyelids, and then finally we reconstruct the eyelids around it to try to mimic the normal shape and contour of the eyelids to match the other side. And there are some other things we can do to make it even better. Sometimes we can actually attach the little prosthetic eye to the implant, which can allow it to move more like a normal eye. And we can graft hairs into the edge of the eyelid to make it look like he has eyelashes.
So those might be some steps going forward. But Randy, do you take the prosthetic out, or does it stay in at all times?
Occasionally I'll take it out to clean it, but when I look in the mirror, it just looks so real. I don't even want to touch it, afraid like I'm gonna poke myself in the eye, even though I can't see out of it. It looks so amazing that
it does.
You can't even, I can't even really tell anymore that well, other than the fact that I can't see out of it.
I mean, that match is so good.
Your mom is here. Thanks for joining us. And you know, you're so emotional because you're a mom, and to see your son go through this, what have you noticed about Randy that's changed?
Oh, before the surgery, he was very closed off, very unemotional. He locked himself away in his room. He was depressed. It was horrible. And now, instead of just existing, after the surgery, he's living life. He's moving forward and he's living life and enjoying it.
Well, Dr. Phil got a chance to meet up with Randy recently at a night of honor benefiting Iraq Star warriors.
Well, look what the cat drug in. How you doing,
Good.
man?
How are you doing? It's good to see you again.
You're my wife, Robin.
How you doing, Robin? It's good to see you.
Well, man, you just look great.
Oh, thank you.
And
you got you.
And you got the eye.
I do.
So how are you feeling?
Oh, great. No, I honestly couldn't be better at this point right now.
Yeah. That's just...
well, it's all thanks to you.
Well, now listen, it's our privilege to do even a little small part. It's just our privilege.
So not only remarkable surgeries, but remarkable conviction on your part, and we wish you so much luck, and thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you. Thank you for helping me
as well. And all this would not have been possible without the help of Dr. Phil, the Iraq Star Foundation, Dr. Michael Groth, Strauss Eye Prosthetics, and Integrated Orbital Implants. Thank you so much to all of them.